Welcome back to the series on the leverage cycle. This is the second video and we're going to focus on the delegating conversation. Delegation is the lifeblood of productivity, quality, growth, staff retention and staff motivation. Ultimately, it ensures high performance for your business. Absolutely critical conversation when you are managing and supervising a team of people. So I'm going to succinctly run through with you some of the critical things that you need to do to ensure that you are bringing the right level of discipline and rigour to your delegating conversations. In my experience, there are many people out there who are delegating on the fly, delegating without putting in the thinking time. So, 3 critical things to be looking at. Firstly, that you're bringing the right mindset. Secondly, that you are selecting the right people at the right level. And thirdly, that you are then putting the right content into the conversation. So let's have a look at the right mindset. I liken it to walking a delegating tightrope. Every day we go, I'm going to delegate this today, oh no, I'm not. So this delegation tightrope represents what happens in your mind. And you need to get your mind choosing, yes, I'm going to delegate, more than it chooses, no, I'm not going to delegate, I'm going to do it myself. What you'll find when you're choosing the yes, you are focusing on the long term and you are focusing on the development of people, both yourself and other people. If you're choosing the no, you are taking a short-term focus and you're focusing on the task and you're focusing on the outcome of the task, the deliverable, the quality of the deliverable and the timeliness of the deliverable. So make sure you get your mindset right and make sure you're investing in saying yes more than no. Once you've got that happening and working well for yourself, then you're going to challenge yourself to go, okay, now I have to look at selecting the right person and making sure it's at the right level. Because what happens is people bring a level of skill and a level of will to completing tasks. And that needs to become part of your thinking when you're choosing who am I going to delegate to. So the first thing to look at is when you're looking at this task and you're going to go, you've said yes, I'm going to delegate it, is look at the level of knowledge that is required. The second thing is look at your people and look at the level of experience they bring to being able to complete this task. Thirdly, you're going to also look at what is the current skill level of the people that I have, and maybe the one person I'm leaning towards. What is their current skill level and what's the skill level that is required for somebody to complete this task? And then lastly, looking at stretch targets. Everybody complains that in appraisals they talk about what they'd like to do, more of, less of, and it doesn't get put into practice. So very much look at the stretch target that you have been setting for people to make their job more enjoyable, more motivating, etc. And lastly, the time that you have available to support them. Don't go and plan to stretch somebody when you're not available to be there to support them. So once you have the right person at the right level, knowing what their skill level is, knowing what their level of will is to complete the task, now you can go and inform yourself and go, okay, so what is the right content for the conversation? And this again requires some thinking time and preparation before you just jump in. So making sure that you have absolute clarity on the results. What is it that I want? What are my expectations? Secondly, what are the performance guidelines under which these people have to operate in order to complete the task? Is there a company policy? Is there legislation? All those sorts of things. Thirdly, the resources that they have to have available in order to complete the task to the level of quality you want. Often the biggest resources I've mentioned earlier is your time. So what resources are available? Then fourthly, and very importantly, what's the level of accountability you expect? What do you expect them to do? I want no, as an example, I want no overtime worked in completing this. I want no spelling mistakes in this document. And very importantly, what are the consequences for non-performance? So if they're not going to adapt that accountability, what is the consequence for them not performing? And for many people, the consequence for not performing is you as the manager stay back and fix it for them. That's not too bad. Lastly, what are the check-in points? Making sure that you have assigned check-in points along the way. If it's a big job, you need to break it down. If they've never done it before, you need to have regular check-in points that are disciplined, rigorous, and bring accountability. Do all those things when you're engaging in your conversation, and you're setting yourself up for success, and you're very importantly setting the other person up for success to unleash their potential. So go and practice, go and enjoy delegating, and we'll see you for the next video on supporting. Thank you.